The eCom Q4 Summit was created to prove that any seller can experience a highly profitable fourth quarter with access to the right tips, strategies, and techniques. There's no need to struggle trying to figure out what to sell, where to find it, or how much to list it for. The summit covers everything from sourcing to listing to marketing and streamlining your operations. It doesn't matter if you're selling on one platform or multiple platforms like Amazon, eBay, Shopify, Walmart. And it doesn't matter if you're a new seller or an experienced seller. The information in the summit will help you get sale after sale after sale after sale during the busiest shopping season of the year, if you take massive action. So welcome to the eCom Q4 Summit. Hello, this is Nicole Whitlock with the eCom Q4 Summit, and today's key feature speaker is Barbara Drazga. So Barbara is known as the Bundle Queen, the Bundle Guru. She knows all things bundle related. She also is quite the entrepreneur when it comes to owning and selling businesses, and she runs her own business, a wholesale business. So Barbara, I am so glad that you're part of the summit. I'm glad that you're here.
Thank you for inviting me. I can't even imagine it's like probably herding cats on your part to have so many amazing people, but you're doing it before Q4 and letting us share our Q4 knowledge before we get too busy to do so. So kudos to you for setting this up. I got to tell you, girl.
Well, thank you. I wish I could have set it up earlier, but I don't think, some sellers just don't register. Hey, let's have this conversation in June. So I figure the beginning of August is probably a good sweet spot as people are like, oh, going back to school. They start to wrap their brain around Christmas is right around the corner as soon as back to school starts.
And when did you start sourcing for Christmas?
I started sourcing for Christmas technically right after last Christmas. That's one, because I always do clearance after Christmas is over. But two, when I start getting really serious on what's my strategy going to be for Q4, I kind of start focusing on it around March and April. And then I just kind of take it all the way. I have like a little game plan of what I do each month all the way out.
That's smart. That was really smart. I'm one of those who start sourcing like in January as well, because you can get some great deals. But we're going to talk about bundling. We can talk about all sorts of other stuff next time. But why don't we just talk about what do you do with bundling in Q4? Okay. Is that fair? And it's not just what do you bundle in Q4. There's a bigger picture here. And I love that you talk strategically, because I'm like that too. Like how does what we do fit into a bigger picture? So first, I just want to invite you guys, go to freebundlebook.com. And Nicole has arranged, you were the only ones who get this, by the way, this is a paid product. Nicole has arranged with me to give you a book I wrote on how to create bundles. And you just go to freebundlebook.com, and that's all. I don't know which side you're on, girl, but Nicole made that happen. Okay. She asked me to give you some cool stuff, and that was it. Okay. So when people think about fourth quarter bundling, they're like, okay, let's start on Thanksgiving or Black Friday. And that ain't the truth. Fourth quarter for me, I extended out, even though fourth quarter is the last 3 months of the year. We're talking back to school, which we're like right in the middle of. And then we roll into other events happening in fourth quarter, not just the ones we know, but write this down, guys. September 11th, 2021 is a 20-year anniversary.
That's true. That is absolutely true. That is so true.
Do your keyword research and see that there's like this huge upswing already that will get even more so with people searching for things that they want to remember. Raise your hand virtually if you're at your desk. How many of you remember where you were at that moment? How many of you remember? Yeah, I'm getting chills just talking about it. So that's happening as we get close to Q4. So don't just think, I'm going to buy Christmas stuff and I'm going to buy pumpkin spice stuff. And I'm looking to my right and left because I got all kinds of props for you guys to show you, like pumpkin spice, right? But I want you to think outside the box for fourth quarter, not just seasonal stuff. And then I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to encourage you that fourth quarter does not end December 23rd when we can't ship anymore. Because the biggest mistake I ever made back when I started back in the day on Amazon was I ran out of product, and come January it was crickets because I had nothing to sell. Nothing. Yeah, so I learned that lesson. Make sure you are already thinking ahead to January, February, people. get in shape. They quit smoking. They whatever. They make New Year's resolutions. They do a lot of journaling. Hint, hint, hint. There's another speaker, at least one other speaker, I think talking about print on demand, Jacob Topping. Go watch his presentation doing print on demand. Add that to your fourth quarter because those folks buy. How many of you are addicted to office supplies? This girl, right? I'm buying office supplies towards the end of the year, including planners and wall planners and everything like in November.
Yeah, that's true.
Think ahead. Okay.
That's true.
So I want you to think outside of just let me go buy some pumpkin spice stuff and think about this time of year and what people buy this time of year. So I want to break that down into, this is my really high tech outline for you guys. So I wanted to keep it really tight for you. So there's different kinds of bundles. There's evergreen bundles. We all know what those are. They sell year round. Your evergreen bundles will sell more during Q4 as most things do, but start now to get the traction, right? Start now to get your photos done, get your lifestyle images, write great copy, do keyword research, tighten up your listings. Don't wait till, oh crap, I've got to get a bundle out. It's November 1st. You want now to be ramping up. Right?
Yeah. And the one thing that I always try to tell people when they're thinking about bundles is I'm like, okay, when she's talking about evergreen bundles, these are things that will sell all the time anyway, because people are just buying those things. Right. So again, be thinking about, okay, so maybe you're listing those things on a specific platform and they've been on that platform forever. So during Q4, is there an opportunity to take some of your evergreen products and list them on some of the other platforms to continue to increase that traffic and exposure, especially if maybe you've branded some evergreen products. Yes. And so maybe you've decided this year I'm going to do a Shopify store. So I'm going to expand what my evergreen footprint is going to be. Now you're building your customer list long-term, bigger picture. So think about where you can put these evergreen products in addition to maybe the platform that you're so comfortable
You're getting ahead of me. Look.
Sorry.
Build a brand. Look. I swear, build a brand.
Yeah, because most people get comfortable, they get settled in. I'm just
I added Amazon. Some people might not even know who I am, and that's cool. I do fly under the radar most of the time. I'm busy. I've got a couple businesses. I rented a warehouse. I got a lot of stuff going on. So I've been selling online since 1996. Yes, I am that old. And yes, this is natural. I swear to God, I haven't had any work done, but the lighting is really good in my office. Right. So I've been selling online for a long time, made a lot of mistakes, learned a lot of stuff, expanded a little bit. You don't need a warehouse. You can do it out of storage units. One Q4, I bought a 20-foot container and put it in my front yard.
Oh, really? I've not done
about 8 months before my neighbors complained. I had no HOA. So, and then I went to storage units. And then last September, I rented my warehouse and boutique space. I sell on a ton of different platforms. I started with Shopify back in January of last year, February, March last year. Now I've got multiple stores. I'm at Etsy, eBay. I'm learning how to sell on Walmart, Zulily, Chewy, because I'm in the pet market. So I'm always looking on adding different, and I have a wholesale business. So I wholesale products to other e-commerce sellers. So it's expanded out significantly from running store to store, doing retail arbitrage. And you can do this too. You don't have to, right? You can use prep centers. You don't have to do it like me. But I wanted to give you some encouragement that everything is possible in e-commerce, probably even more so than back in the day.
Correct.
Okay, enough of that. Okay, evergreen.
Anyway, go ahead.
Stuff, everything. So I think I got like 5,000 of these or so. I love candle stuff. These are the meltables, but these are all like pumpkin spice meltables. I bought a ton of these. Right. Oh, and they didn't melt in my warehouse, which I'm really happy with. So anything pumpkin spice, believe it or not. I mean, everything and anything pumpkin spice. And then anti-pumpkin spice. There are t-shirts. One of the income streams I added just a couple months ago, I'm playing with it, is I bought a heat press and some t-shirt stuff. And I converted my living room into this like little t-shirt shop just to try it out so I could add that income stream. So I bought these t-shirt designs that say, I hate pumpkin spice. There, I said it. So there are people who are like, no more pumpkin spice. So you could do coffee mugs for people, the opposite of people who love pumpkin spice, who hate pumpkin spice. And you can do that with everything. People
With
like
everything.
unicorns, people who hate unicorns, right? So look outside the box. People are going to be searching for pumpkin spice mug, but their husband hates the smell, gives them a headache, and they have this argument all the time. He's the one who gets the coffee mug that says, "I hate pumpkin spice." There, I said it. Okay.
There you go.
So that's a seasonal kind of thing.
Yes,
All right.
that's true. And think about the rest of the year, everything that's pro and those people that are against, because there's going to be a lot of stuff. I am so glad that you brought up 9/11, because as we continue down the path of the rest of the year, elections are still going to be coming up in November, and there's a bunch of pro and against, pro, for, and against. So there's some opportunity there. And then there's the neutral zone, because what I used to sell all the time is I used to sell lapel pins, and I used to sell them in bulk. And I still sell them. I used to sell them in bulk. I used to sell them in sets, multi-packs, because lapel pins, people are always buying those, especially, going to the voter polls, politicians want to hand them out, whatever the case may be. So I would sell them all the time. I made a lot of money off of lapel pins.
So you're bundling 100 of them together, and not bundling, you're multi-packing 100 pins together. I love B2B.
Yes.
Love B2B. So B2B means business to business, guys. So if you're like me and Nicole, you're pushing like a pallet of stuff out the door to a business that's going to do something with it. That's fun for me. But that way I don't need a gym membership, because I just go into my warehouse and start lifting stuff. So Halloween is crazy. I don't remember the numbers, but it's crazy huge. Okay. So I got this on liquidation, but I got them like about 6 weeks ago. So in the dead of summer, right? Nobody's thinking about what I'm about to show you. No one is. And one of my suppliers messaged me, because I give him a list of the niche markets. And then we're going to talk about niching too in a moment. And only this design, it was coffee mugs, but only this design is the one I bought. And I bought them all. So I have no competition. Nobody else has got them.
Okay.
But I'm still going to bundle them. You ready?
Okay. All right. Oh, lovely.
And it's Day of the Dead, right? So if you guys aren't doing Day of the Dead stuff, you need to be. Because the keywords on this, you get Spanish keywords as well. This is in a cool box. So it's not just a mug, it's in a cool box. But then I ordered from Alibaba, because I believe in this. I didn't coin this phrase, but there's this phrase out there that says the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. Yep. So I went on AliExpress and I found these cute socks with Day of the Dead, these guys on it. So this will come with a pair of socks. And here's why. This is my take on bundling. I don't just sell products together. I want to put myself in the mindset and the person who's buying it. What are they doing? They're sitting there with a cup of coffee with their matching socks on, with their dog on their lap, reading the paper or reading their phone, right? So I ask myself, what else are they doing when they have this cup of coffee? What does that person look like? What are they doing at the same time? And then I bundle something with this. So every other coffee mug on the market, on Amazon or any other marketplace, is just a Day of the Dead just a Day of the Dead mug, because I'm putting something value add with that makes sense, not a keychain. That would make no sense, right? No sense whatsoever. And because I bought them liquidation and I got a great deal, I can compete. I can do pay-per-click ads. I can run Facebook ads. My margin is higher than people who are just selling a coffee mug.
Correct. Your margins are always high. Well, for most people, if you do it right, your margins can be.
Next time we'll have to have you talk about liquidation.
Oh, okay.
Liquidation and closeouts next time. But bundling for this Q4, guys, we'll talk bundling. Okay, anything pumpkin spice? Not by pumpkin spice, I mean things you can ingest. My first multi-pack was, and I swear I must have gained probably about 12 pounds that winter, because I had to test the product. It was pumpkin spice Oreos. I hate cookies. I'm not a cookie person. But here's my dining room doing RA filled with these like pumpkin spice cookies. I'm like, and then I have one, and then I have two. And before I know it, I'm eating a pack a day. Could not get those into Amazon fast enough. Oh. So,
and let me just say, I'm going to piggyback off of that for just a second.
Please.
Oreos are such a great opportunity, multi-packs all the time, all year round.
Did you see the new ones?
I have not seen the new ones, but there's always a new one.
Guys, we can learn from this. They partnered with a couple of companies. so that the outside packaging looks like the spine of a book or looks like cauliflower rice.
Okay.
So when you put it on the shelf, it looks like cauliflower rice instead of a pack of Oreos. So it keeps people from stealing your Oreos.
Yeah.
They partnered
Or
with
those people.
4 companies.
Oh my gosh.
It was just this weekend. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, or for those people that are cheating on their diet so that it looks like it is not. Yeah, the people that are cheating on their diet, they might be buying it so that they can cheat with Oreo cookies
but
and
now
not get
let's
caught.
take that a step further. It just connected for me. What if you could sell a product, right, that is cheating on your diet kind of product that's not Oreos, something, but include custom packaging with it?
Yeah.
That hides that it's a diet cheat, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, okay. My brain's going on. Okay, so let's talk about replens. So the stuff people buy normally, like coffee filters, coffee, they're going to start buying more of it as hopefully people are able to have parties. We don't know what's going on. There's still a lot of ambiguity for Q4. Okay. So I like to hedge my bets when there's any kind of situation with ambiguity. But whatever they buy now, they'll be buying more of for Q4 if people are allowed to gather. All right. People will be baking more, etc. So replens are great because if you do wholesale replens, by replen I mean it's something that people need to buy over and over, like coffee. I've got coffee pods set up on automatic. Every 6 weeks, I get this huge shipment of coffee pods for myself, right? So anything that's replenishable, you'll have that base of extra income, and then gifts during Q4. But I want you to think outside of the box a little bit, and we'll talk about niches next because this is the key to everything. Go ahead, Nicole.
Yeah, and I was going to add to the replenishable. So here's the deal. I think that as we get closer to the end of the year, there's definitely a revolt already happening massively, even though we have the Delta variant happening at this moment. And what I mean by revolt is a lot of people didn't get together last year. So they've made the intentional decision that no matter what, we're getting together. And so because that revolt is happening and more people are making the decision that says, no matter what, we're getting together, you're going to have the opportunity to be able to sell those products where people are going to be gathering. People are going to be gathering. And so
before they gather, they have to get there. So you've got the whole travel product.
You got the travel. You have all the travel. You have, once they get there, all of the gathering stuff that we would normally sell around this time of the year in bundles. That is going to go up exponentially because people didn't buy last year, or they bought a little bit and now they're buying a lot. You've seen all these gorgeous pictures of people getting married like crazy this past summer. And that's because, again, people said, okay, I'm not waiting anymore. We're going to go ahead and do this anyway. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting, I think the numbers for that type of industry and the opportunities for those products is going to go up exponentially.
Right. I'm frozen. I'm not sure you can hear me.
I can hear you.
You can hear me. All right. Well, you can't see me, but I'm holding a bundle. Oh, there we go. In my hand here. All right. So think outside the box with packaging. I have a saying in my business. It's the first thing everybody learns when they come work for me: surprise and delight. I want to surprise and delight people. All right. So if it's adding a little present in there, or when you get an Amazon box and you tear into it and it's this giant box with like one little thing inside of a bunch of bubble wrap and you're like, oh, all right. I want people to open up the Amazon box and then be surprised and delighted by my product. So instead of just putting stuff in a poly bag, I might do something like this and then put a poly bag. I love organza bags. How cute is this, right?
Oh yeah, that's very cute. Organza bags
are so reasonably priced. And this is a wine bundle. So that's a wine glass, totally fabulous at $50. And then a flask.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
And then it's actually you can hold a full wine bottle, but it's plastic, so you can take it with you to stadiums, whatever. And then of course a matching wine bottle, because when you give, and here's again that who's going to be getting this? Someone's giving this gift to someone who's turning 50. What else are they giving them potentially? A bottle of wine.
Wine, yes.
Right? So I go the extra mile and put the gift bag for the bottle of wine in there. Right? So that, and then the little organza bag straight out of the Amazon box. They're going, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Not only is it the right thing to do because it's nice to make people happy, but I get so many comments from people who do reviews just to write the comment, oh my gosh, I loved the packaging.
Oh my goodness.
So I get more reviews because of the packaging.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a fact. right? And then they'll eventually come back. Maybe, who knows, with Amazon, you don't know. I can't really control that when it's on Amazon, but that brings us to building a brand and niching.
Yes, but before we build the brand and niche, the other thing is that with the packaging, they're going to tell their friends. Because especially, so I'm just going to say girlfriends get together. And so when one of them has a 50, but the birthday is 50, and then she shares, look at this amazing gift. And the other's going to tell somebody else that they know is turning 50, somebody else that they know. And then before you know it, there's a circle of people that potentially.
It's going to be like, oh my God, where did you get that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then they drop the link to my listing, not to a search results for wine glasses for 50-year-olds, but to my listing where there are variations, by the way.
Yes.
21.
There you go.
30, 40, and 50. Okay. And this was a liquidation deal. So I got a really good deal on these. So I can bundle and make money on, like, I don't just make $3, $4 on my bundles, right? This is a business. This is not a hobby. So I have to buy right. I have to bundle right. I have to price right. And I have to deliver right. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Sound like I'm doing a little bit of preaching there. Sorry, do that. So building a brand. Now I am going to preach. Building a brand and niching. I love niches. I recently bought, if anybody's following me, you would have seen this thing that happened in the past couple of weeks. I bought 8 pallets of dog ponchos for fall. Dog ponchos. Super cute. 6 different designs. 4 different sizes, right? And I'm thinking it was 23,000 dog ponchos.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And panicking, where am I going to put these dog ponchos? I'm like staying up night. I'm sweating bullets. I videotaped the pallets coming off the truck. I'm like, what the heck? I got creative. I got them all in. Now, what am I going to do with them? Where am I going to sell them, right? So not just Amazon. I'll bundle them in packs of 6 by size. Mm-hmm. Right? Instead of selling them individually. So I created a strategic plan. But in my insomnia at 2 a.m., a couple of days before they hit the warehouse, I'm laying in bed going, well, let me try to put one on Boo. Boo! I have a black cat named Boo who's like, everybody follows him. Mm-hmm. He's got his own following. I'm creating a t-shirt brand called Snarky Cat around Boo. So I'm like, let's put a dog poncho on Boo. How do you think that went? Not well
at all.
I don't have any scars, but he was mad at me for a while. The rest of the night he's sulking. And so like, all right, what other animals do I have around the house? I had another animal around the house. You want to see it?
All right, go for it.
And then I'm right here. So it's okay. I'm not going anywhere. I need to hide him. This is Gertrude. You ready? Meet Gertrude at 2 a.m. Boom. Hello, Gertrude. That's Gertrude. So 2 a.m. Picture me. Get in focus there, Gertie.
Oh my goodness.
Out of an auction. Hilarious. So I'm like, I wonder if these ponchos would fit on Gertrude. Oh my God. They not only fit, they were adorable. So I'm giggling at this point because I'm sleep deprived and I'm putting ponchos on like a taxidermy chicken. I'm like, this is my life. This is my life. So I posted it up just on my Facebook personal page. Like, this is a joke, not joke. What do you guys think? That sucker went viral. Here's what I did not know. I did not know that there is a huge pet chicken market.
Yep.
Nicole, I had no concept of this. Like Facebook groups of 50,000 people in there who like pet chickens.
And it went up as part of COVID-19 because people were like, I want to do my own thing and I want to get me some chickens and put them in, I want to do a little micro farm and all this.
Never occurred to me. I saw on a mechanics sign ages, like decades ago that I always remember. It makes me giggle. It was panic is the mother of invention. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm panicking here. I've got 23,000 dog ponchos coming in. What am I going to do with these things? I have a whole new market. So the lesson is when you niche, you have people who are they're not just dog ponchos. These are now chicken ponchos, bunny ponchos, ferret ponchos. I've made a keyword list of all small animals. Apparently there are rats big enough that would fit the extra small, and people carry around pet rats. I didn't know this at all. But
I was
because I
thinking the little fat guinea pigs is what immediately came to mind for me.
I don't know how big do guinea pigs get. This is all new stuff for me. You know, little goats. Don't lie. All of us have stayed up and rewatched over and over and over these little goats in pajamas jumping around when we're having a bad day. We've all done it.
They're cute,
right?
Yeah.
So I bet the extra large could fit the goats, right? So now it opens up all of these niche markets I did not know existed. If you go on Amazon, there's helmets. So now this post is, people are sharing it into these chicken groups saying, oh my gosh, I want to get a chicken just so I can put the ponchos on them. And one lady was very serious, asking me if I could customize them with her chicken's names.
Oh my goodness.
Customization. I've got a heat press.
Now you have another opportunity.
So I want you guys to think niche, because if I was just selling dog ponchos, it's the end of the day. But now I have all these new markets that I can explore and play with that I didn't know existed. So think outside the box, but in a niche way.
I mean, and the thing is that the margins on that, the demand, one, you have now you have like an immediate built-in audience. Like there's whatever you post from that point forward to this built-in audience is probably just going to fly off the shelf.
Well, it led me to get 2 more products. So the other product, now I get people messaging me after I tell them the story. Hey, Barbara, did you check this out? They have little helmets.
Oh,
they have little chicken helmets.
That's crazy.
On Alibaba. I was looking the other day. So helmets together with the little ponchos. There's my, not that I need a bundle for this, because it's going to be a bundle of 6 designs. But if I want to surprise and delight and toss in 1 free helmet,
it's
if they want more helmets, they're going to have to contact me.
Yeah, that's
right.
Cute.
But now I'm the chick that's got also the, I don't know the purpose of the helmets. Do chickens run into things, fall over? I don't know.
Look, all I can think of is Evel Knievel came up, and I was like, who's doing that to a chicken? But anyway.
That's pretty funny. So anyway, niche down and then do research, because never talk yourself out and say, who would buy this? I want you to change your tone. Here's your challenge. Who would buy this? Right? Same questions, different. It's the approach is now curiosity instead of doubt. Who else would buy this? I wonder if people dress up their chickens.
There you go.
Right? You can get there.
Validate a market. I just go, how much? I'm like, when people ask me, well, who would buy that? Well, who could I get to buy this? Like, that's not the question now, since you've already validated the market.
Who could I get to buy it?
How many more of these can I get is the question. That's
the question. So the next thing I did, I went back to the supplier who sold me these, who was desperate to get them out of his warehouse. I'm ready to send him like cookies. And I said, so you remember those dog coats, khaki coats? Just khaki. This was the half a pallet that didn't show up, but it's just a dog coat with Velcro around and 3 different sizes. And the first time he put him in front of me, I'm like, what am I going to do with those? But remember what I said I did in the past couple months to my living room? I now have a heat press. I'm like, ooh, I can get little designs and heat press the little designs on these dog coats. And now I've got my own brand of dog coats.
Yeah.
They showed up last Monday.
Well, and even that, and then also the fact that you can customize them for the holidays, because people love to take pictures with their pets for the holidays.
I already bought the cute little like things to put on, like holiday Christmas ones to put on there.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I went to these heat press, these ladies who sell these transfers, and I looked for the infant ones, because transfers are huge, right? But they were infant-sized ones. So I bought a bunch of infant-sized ones and tested it out. And now I have a brand new product. And these are so simple and basic before you put the design on that when I need more, I think I got about 11,000 of them. Yeah, I'm crazy. But the price I got for them was pretty nuts.
Probably
and
ridiculous.
I can wholesale. I already put them up on some sites of women who do these live boutique selling. So instead of you doing live boutique selling, I ain't got time for that. But there are these ladies who have huge, right across the street, 90,000 people in their group, 2 sisters who do live boutique selling.
Wow.
So I plugged into the live boutique selling market to wholesale them blanks. They're not competing against me. They're not on any platform I'm selling on. They're selling to their groups of followers, these boutique owners. So now I'm wholesaling out some of the blanks to them.
Nice.
So anyway, think outside the box. Niche, increase where you can sell things. Amazon is not the be all end all. And anybody was on Amazon last March, April, when they cut off our ability to send in anything that was non-essential? Raise your hand. That was
right now. They're doing quantity. They're doing
time limits, quantity. It's taking for. They lost an entire case, and they're claiming that they checked it into my inventory and it's non-existent, and they just copy and paste responses to me. So I've lost an entire case of product. Otherwise, it's like they're trying to wear me down, so I stopped contacting them and just let it go. But I'm going to assume that that's going to get worse during Q4. And getting things, I'm in Phoenix, so my stuff mostly goes to Vegas, which is a 5-hour drive, and it could take weeks in the middle of summer for stuff to get checked in. That will only get worse. So I add merchant fulfilled all my listings. So my orders keep coming in, which means I still maintain my rank. So that product that went out of stock because they didn't check it in and they lost it and can't find it, and maybe 4 years from now they will, I'm still selling it because I'm also merchant fulfilling it.
There you go.
That keeps my rank. Okay, so just think outside all of the things that could go wrong. Build a brand. I shouldn't say don't. There are so many different business models. My exit strategy for this business, for any business I'm taking on, it's how can I sell it in the end? So I build it from the beginning with my eye on how to make this the most valuable thing that I can sell it to somebody else and then start another one. So I build micro brands. I've got the pet brand, wine brand, baby brand, bedding brand, probably the chicken brand. I got to tell you, dachshunds, right? People love certain, Yorkies. I'm not in Yorkies, but I discovered the dachshund market. If you haven't already, go to YouTube and type in celebrity dachshund, and Caruso will come up, who's got like 2.1 million followers.
Wow.
Yeah. Add new traffic streams like TikTok. Start niche groups for yourself. Start a niche group for people who like chickens, right? Create a page for your niche products so that you can run ads off of them to Amazon. And then when they get to Amazon, explore doing, I haven't yet, but it's on my list for August, explore doing video for your Amazon listings.
Yeah, especially if you got brand registry. If you have brand registry, you have that opportunity.
Yep. So get your brand registry. I think it's called, where you can start it with Amazon? Oh, I'm drawing a blank.
It's the Amazon Accelerator Program.
Thank you, right?
The Amazon Accelerator Program.
Just do it now. Just do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Go Google. Don't ask, how do I do that? Go Google it and hit the up.
Yeah, you do the Amazon Accelerator Program.
Build a brand.
Yep.
Stock. If I could choose one thing for you guys to listen to for Q4 this year, especially, stock up now. I obsessively read business news, and there are things happening, kids. So that's going to affect Q4. So we all know that there are containers of products sitting off of Ningbo and Guangzhou, and they're all sitting off port, and they can't get out.
Yep.
That our containers are sitting on these ships and can't get out. And then on the receiving end, they're sitting on the receiving end and can't get off. And then once they get off and finally get in the shipping system, there is a lack of trucks and truck drivers.
Yeah.
It's a mess. And it's a mess.
There's going to be a serious issue. Well, there's continuing to be, because it's been an ongoing problem since right after COVID. Well, when COVID hit, and so it's been an ongoing problem, and it's just getting, it's still,
hasn't worked. It's not going to work its way out anytime soon. So be aware of it. Don't complain about it. Be aware of it and have a strategy. My strategy is I'm buying liquidation, closeouts, wholesale, and the suppliers I've been buying from for years. I contacted them earlier this year and I said, "What do you have for Christmas coming in?" Because they hadn't gotten their containers in. And then I secured product. And now I'm going back to one of them this afternoon saying, what's your best price for the Christmas products you have left for me? And get the best price. And they've all raised their prices. Yeah. All raised their prices. But I can negotiate. I can negotiate now if I take bulk. And some of you smaller sellers might be saying, well, how can I take bulk? Use a prep center, rent a warehouse, use somebody else's warehouse. There are a lot of people out there with warehouse space, right? Just to get it in so you can create your bundles, multi-packs, whatever, and feed it into Amazon. But You don't need to have a warehouse do this. You can outsource that. I have done it out of my garage, my storage units, everywhere. I rented the 20-foot container when I bought this house 3 years ago. I built 2 garages in the back. So I have that space. There are ways to do it. Oh, I rented a truck years ago. I had nowhere to put 7 pallets I bought at ASD. I was new to this, right? I bought 7 pallets. It's coming in. It's supposed to rain. I was going to put it in the driveway, break it down in the driveway, but it's supposed to rain all weekend. So I rented a budget truck. And when this guy rolls up to my house in this big, long, LTL delivery, right? This big, long truck, we matched up the backs of the trucks, and he just lifted the lift gate down to the budget truck and rolled the pallets into the budget truck. And I prepped inside the budget truck.
There you go.
There's an answer for everything. It's a mindset thing. If you want this and you want it bad, then don't be careful. You're spending a minimal amount of time on complaining about things and get to fixing whatever the problem is.
Absolutely.
That was a little bit of on my soapbox. Personalization. One more thing. Personalization. I'm playing with that this year. So I haven't looked into how to do it on Amazon, but I'm pretty sure you have a speaker who talks about personalization, right? During the eCom Summit. So personalizing stuff is huge.
Yeah.
Market.
People want to have that as a memory. I mean, I can remember last year, people were selling things that like had the roll of toilet, because toilet paper was a problem as far as, because of COVID-19, there was a shortage of toilet paper. And so they were selling these T-shirts that were personalized and had,
they want their dog's name on the ponchos, right? Yes. Or their chicken's name.
There you go.
Ponchos, right? So I can charge more. I can charge a lot more. If their chicken's name, if Gertrude's name is on there, and if I could put Gertrude on her helmet too, I'm all over it, right? And then once you have personalized products, get them on Etsy.
Get them on Etsy, yes.
Get them on Etsy. Start an Etsy account. It's free. It's really cheap to sell on there, and you can charge more on Etsy.
Facebook Marketplace too, as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I was going to say, so one of them that this lady was selling, she was selling Susie survived the toilet paper shortage of 2020. And so then people were buying the shirts, Bill survived, so-and-so survived. So she's customizing all these shirts with this roll of toilet paper on the front of the shirt. It's really cute. And it's hilarious.
Yeah, I think it's, now let's take that idea and tie that into whatever's happening this year. Mom survived homeschooling or whatever, right? So fill in the blank. And I don't like to watch regular news, but the business news is very insightful because I can see trends that are happening ahead of time, kind of extrapolate. And then Wayne Gretzky said, you all know it, go where the puck is going, not where it is.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
Oh, one last. So I have a black cat named Boo who got adopted 2 years ago this summer. I did not want him. He showed up on my back patio. He's got some serious bipolar issues. He has behavioral issues. So I was just going to foster him. But when I found out these behavioral issues, I decided I'm the perfect home for him because he won't be misunderstood here or abused. And then I realized, I did a little research and found that black cats are the least adopted color because 2 reasons. 1, superstition, and 2, because they're not, which is silly because if you've ever seen my pictures of them, they're not photogenic. What a stupid reason for not. I can't imagine my life without Boo at this point, right? So I found out that there is this, when I became the foster fail, did this long post announcing who's part of the family, and all my friends said, yeah, we knew it, right? I plugged into this black cat community. There are people who love black cats. They love them. They just love them. So, of course, what do I source?
Black
you
cat.
have me at now, right? But little extra, right? Color inside, paw print on the inside. And it's a 15-ounce mug, but I've got 4 different designs with different colors. So let's take the example of the Day of the Dead mug. What did I do? Found black cat socks that go into the mug. So it doesn't take up any extra space.
Correct.
And it's really light. And there's my bundle. But now I can create, I created the Snarky Cat brand because Boo can get snarky. That's how you being snarky. That's what I say to him. Like, let's leverage that into a brand. Apparently, I'm not the only one with a snarky cat. Cats can be snarky, right? So now I have a Snarky Cat box that has everything in there that has a black cat on it, right? I do what I want with a cat throwing a coffee cup on the, all of this. Most of this is liquidation. Liquidation, mouse pad for like 38 cents. An old Staples thing. There's another Snarky Cat mug, right? Snarky Cat baby blanket.
Oh, cute.
Right? Snarky Cat glasses. Toys. All of this is liquidation. There are the, and by the way, those socks come in these cute little, but check out DEI. They raised all their prices because of, you can't, I bought this stuff in April when they were desperate for sales. And I scored, I think it was about 8 pallets, but at well below their wholesale price because they needed room for stuff coming in. It's no longer the case, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's like regular wholesalers. Once a year, they're going to just blow stuff out to make room. Look for those sales. It doesn't happen all the time. And then, you know, cute little cat pin and something to put your cat glasses on. And this whole thing could then become, this is a mega black cat lovers box.
Yeah.
So it's not just a cat box. It's for people who love black cats. And
well,
then
and you have a subscription box opportunity too, because you have access to all of those that audience. Yeah, there you go.
But then the Snarky Cat brand will have collections. Now we've got Crazy Chicken. So I already bought a bunch of stuff for chicken t-shirts. Snuggly Dog, I think was the other one, something like that. So now the Snarky Cat, and the story behind it is that 10% of the proceeds go to a cat animal rescue. That's it.
There you go.
Because Boo wouldn't have made it on my back padding on 114 degrees hit. He was dying. So if somebody didn't adopt him, he would have been dead. So I want to save all the other cats through Boo. Right. So anyway, you can tie what you're doing into a subscription box, and don't be afraid to sell this for $100.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Don't be selling $10, $15, $20 bundles. Okay, we undervalue ourselves. We do.
We do.
You put this in front of me, a black cat lover, a cat lover, but now with Boo, and I'm going to see Boo in every single thing in this box, and it will be shut up and take my money.
Yeah,
it
will definitely be that.
Shut up and take my money. Right. Especially at Christmas time when you've got Aunt Barbara who has everything. I don't need anything. I got everything I want.
I got everything, so I don't need anything.
Right. I'm that one that you buy for. Is like, what the hell am I going to get this person? Pardon my French. If she wants something, she buys it. Like, there's a moratorium in my family. You're not allowed to buy anything a month before Christmas for yourself. Because my brother and I are notorious for just once something we buy now, right? So something like this, that person doesn't have. It's like the perfect gift.
Yeah.
And then don't even talk subscription boxes. You need someone on eCom Summit talking about subscription boxes next time.
Yes, I did. Well, I did. I actually the previous summit we had. Oh God, now his name just escapes me right now. But I did have a subscription box. I had 2 subscription boxes. Before that or after that, I had Dallas Gordon. So Dallas Gordon, Mark Stern. So Mark Stern was the 2 summits ago, and then Dallas Gordon. So yes. Like, subscription boxes are a big thing. They've been a big thing for a while, but they're continuing to be an ongoing opportunity. So people need to look into that, especially for those suppliers that have a lot of inventory they're trying to get rid of. They've liquidated it. You can start picking out, like she just showed you, and putting together some amazing bundles. Yeah. It's like, okay.
Like a mystery bundle you could do where you say there are 10 pieces in here. Here are 8 of them. The other 2 are mystery.
Right.
People buy it to find out, but don't make it junk, right? Make it relevant to what they want, because once you surprise and delight them, and Amazon is not the be-all end-all. You can make a lot of money on Amazon, and you can lose money on Amazon, and your costs are higher. Make sure you have multiple streams of income in your e-commerce business. I cannot stress this enough.
I concur.
If you pick up a liquidation deal of these, you could flip half of these, make a profit on the whole load, and then create a bundle and sell the rest of them and not compete against the person that you sold the other half to. You can sell them to retail stores, right? You can sell 100 of them to a retail store, retail boutiques, these women who run the boutique Facebook groups, right? So think outside the box. It's not how am I going to get rid of 23,000 dog ponchos, is where are the different streams of income, the different places who would sell them well.
There you go. That's absolutely true.
I know I went on. Freebundlebook.com. If you want some more insights on bundling, we didn't even scratch the surface here. But
no, we didn't. We didn't. So I thank you so much for being part of the eCom Q4 Summit. The information you shared was awesome. I appreciate that so much. And so definitely go to freebundlebook.com and download that book from Barbara. There's so many opportunities this Q4. So we hope this information has been a blessing to you and your business. And this has been another episode of the eCom Q4 Summit. We're going to say goodbye for now.
Bye. Thanks, Nicole.